Hi there, it's Rose from the Painted Toad, and today's tutorial is painting a sea turtle silhouette. So I'm going to jump right in. We'll get started. I'm just doing this in the 5x7 size. If you need the tracer, you can go ahead and either put tracer in the comments, or you can check out my website, www.paintedtoad.com, and sign up for the Paint With Me, and let me know that you would like the tracer and I'll send it along to you. All right, let's get started. I'm going to switch down here. So this is what the tracer looks like. It's got the sea turtle on here. I'm just doing this in my mixed media pad today, primarily because I have run out of my 5x7s. I got to buy some more. We're going to start with a flat brush, and we're also going to start with some white paint. So you're going to need some white. And then several shades of blue. You can do phthalocyanine blue, or you can use it like an ultramarine blue. Both of those would be fine. And we're going to do kind of an interesting technique here. I'm going to put this down here so you can kind of see what I'm doing. We're going to create an ombre effect in order to create some water. And I'm thinking, I like this phthalo. Is it phthalocyan? I think it's phthalocyanine or something like that. Anyways, let's do, one of these days I'll get the name of the paint right. I'm going to add some blue there. And first things first, so what you're going to do if you have the tracer is cut this out. You can trace it right on, or you can do it afterwards. I'm just going to leave it as it is. And then I'm just going to kind of paint over it, and you should be able to see this because I did it in the outline. You'll be able to see the turtle. So first I'm starting with plain white, and I am going to just swirl this white in a circle. Hopefully you can see that okay. And then what I'm going to do, let's see here, I almost want to add a tint of like a little bit of green maybe, or I have this ocean green, which is kind of pretty. I think we're going to have some fun with this. You know me, I always change my mind midway through. If you've been watching me, I tend to change my mind on a whim. So I really like that color. So I think I'm going to try and create a pretty color with this. So let's see. If I take, I'm going to take some of my white and just kind of set it aside here. And I'm going to take some of this ocean green, mix it in there. So you have kind of a pretty, like it's a much lighter tint here. Can you see that? And then I'm also going to take some of this phthalocyanine blue, just a touch. I'm going to mix that into the white as well. It's usually easier to mix the darks and the lights. And we'll see what this makes. This actually looks kind of pretty. I like that. Most of this is getting on my brush. If you don't want it to get all over your brush, you can use like a, one of these palette knives or something like that to do that. So I'm gonna bring this around here. I'm gonna continue to go in this circular pattern. So what I'm trying to do is get a gradual change, and that's still pretty bright. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clean some of this paint off my brush. While this is wet, I'm going to go back into the white and just kind of bring this around here to lighten this up just a little bit. There we go. I think that's a little bit better. Maybe a tad more white. The thing with doing it in the mixed media pad, the paint dries a lot faster. So if you're doing it on a mixed media pad like I am, and if you're noticing that happening, it doesn't seem to dry this quickly on canvas. So it could be just because of the way the paper soaks up the paint. All right, now I'm going to go back in. I added more white on that, so I can go back in here now and add this. And you kind of want to work quickly while this is still wet to get your colors to slowly blend out. So we get that ombre effect is what we're going for. I'm going to bring some more white in here. What I want is for this area around the sea turtle to be much, much lighter. I'm going to come in here and just grab some of this seafoam green and just kind of see what we can do with this. Let's see if I can mix this in and we'll get kind of a warmer. I'm going to get some more tones in here. I think that actually looks kind of pretty. So I'm just gonna, it's on my brush. I'm just kind of working my way back to the center and just kind of bringing that around, bringing some of that bright green in there. I like that. Continuing to work out here. So I'm not going to add any white out here. I want this to get darker and darker. Keep saying that and then I add white. That's just me. I'll add a little bit of that green in there. Kind of bring that color around. More of the blue. So we just keep going in this circular pattern. I want to work and get a little bit darker. I'm going to take a touch more of this blue, just a little bit, add it into the blue I have left so I can darken this a bit more. We're going to go just a little bit at a time here. I don't have much more room because this is a small 5x7 size that I'm doing, so it's not a ton of room to add a lot of difference in the layers. I think that should be, yeah, that's definitely darker. See, that's a little bit darker there. I'll bring that around. Keep going around in my circular pattern. I'm trying to keep this square so you can still see the effect that it would have if you did it on a canvas. Honestly, you could just, if you were on the mixed media pad, just keep swirling around. I add some more of this green in here and just let that mix right in. Then I'm going to come back, add a touch more blue and mix that in. We're going to go slightly darker. And I'm throwing more green in there. I want these edges to kind of blend. There we go. And then a little bit more to do this final corner. So this will be pretty dark. I think this is kind of a fun, looks warm. Like this water looks like it'd be warm to swim in. Doesn't look too cold. I think with the darker blues, I think it would have looked colder. Take a little bit of that seafoam, bring it in. There. So we've got that. Depending on your canvas, you might want to add a little more white there. It's going to get painted black, so where the turtle is, we're going to do a silhouette for that. So once I have all of that in, I rinse in my brush here, and I don't know, you can see a little bit of the silhouette of the turtle. So if it's easier for you, you could cut out the turtle and then put it on there and trace it over again. I'm just going to paint right over this with the black. Because this is drying quickly and because I'm using black paint, I really don't need to air dry it, hair dry it, whatever I do. Use the blow dryer. We'll just come right on and start painting the turtle itself, the sea turtle. So with your black, you're just going to go in and let me check on here. See my lines. Yeah, I've got them on the back. I'm going to keep looking at my picture here so I don't goof up his shape or her shape. Maybe it's a girl. You know what I'm going to do? Let me take my liner brush and I'm just going to outline the shape of this turtle. And that'll give me a little bit of a guide of where I need to do my lines. I'm looking at the back here. So I'm just kind of painting this in, but like I said, you can use that tracer if you want. Get the shape of our turtle in. Because it's swimming on an angle a little bit. The one foot looks a little bigger than the other one. So this foot kind of sticks out a little bit more. Flipper. I don't think they really have feet. That one looks smaller just because it's on a different angle. And then we'll do the angled. Here's one flipper. And then our other flipper kind of comes out here. Like this. Just swimming in the ocean. There we go. Once I have this basic shape in, or trace it on using the tracer. Remember, you can get that from my website. Send me a message. Rose at Painted Toad. Let's see, what is it? Yeah, Rose at paintedtoad.com, I think, is my email address that you can send it to. Let me know you need the tracer and I will happily send it along. I'm just going to fill all this in with black. So we've just got the shadow of the sea turtle swimming. Above is maybe like a bright spot where the sun is shining down through the water. There we go. Kind of cool. And we're going to have some more fun here. So you could just leave it like that, but I want to add a few more fun details. Of course, got to add more details. I was kind of darkening that up a little bit. I picked up some of the paint and I can go back and add another layer in there. We've got the lovely little shadow, and then you can do some cool stuff by just maybe adding some seaweed and stuff on the side coming in. You know, maybe it's swimming. I'm just going to add some squiggly lines here. I'm just using a liner brush and the black paint. The key to get these nice and smooth is just making sure you have plenty of paint on the brush. Then you can also add some other little silhouettes in here if you want. You know, you could add a few little fish in here. Just kind of create little fish shapes if you want. These little guys hanging around this turtle. I'm just going to do a couple different types of seaweed here to make this interesting. Kind of, there we go. It's kind of swoop, swoop, swoop. You see what I'm doing there? Try to do on here, a side so you can see. So I go up, 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 up. Each little one kind of branches off of there. You can create some different fish shapes. We got different little fishies in here. was going to bring some of those up close to our turtle. We had a few more little fish down here. Maybe this is a school of fish kind of swimming together. Kind of swimming in a group. Okay. Make that a funny one with a big eye. I'm going to add some more seaweed coming from this angle here. So this is almost as if you were down, you know, scuba diving and looking up at the turtle. So you're down in the seaweed. You see all the fish and the seaweed around you. Okay, what do you think? Does that look cool? You can keep going on, add all sorts of little things in here. It's kind of fun to add all the seaweed and stuff. I think it's really cool. I think it's good. We could add more fish. I will darken this turtle up just a tad where my paint had mixed. So he's a nice solid black here. And it could be just the way the light is hitting that, but I think that's super cute. So there we go. That's our sea turtle silhouette. Super easy. If you want to learn how to do more of these painting tutorials, I do these live on my Facebook page at the Painted Toad, 6:30 Eastern on Wednesdays. So you can check me out there or check out the rest of my YouTube page. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. Have fun, happy painting, and remember to be creative, be artistic, and get connected at the Painted Toad. I'll see you later.